Time to break free from losing consistently to the forex market. There's reports that says 90% of traders lose 90% of their net worth in their first 90 days of trading. What this means is that almost everybody that starts trading end up losing their money. This is so terrible, and I can relate to you because I was once in your position. Yes, there was a time that Groove Papi was bringing accounts and losing prop firm challenges. But the thing was that I saw guys online that were actually making money from the market, and I knew that if they could do it, I could do it too. Look, no matter what trading is putting you through, I want you to understand there are traders out there that are making money from the market. There are traders that are building real wealth purely off the market, and you are being left behind. So what I'm going to do in this video is bring you into my world, show you the needed information that you need to make money consistently from the market, and help you to stop blowing accounts. I went from a broke student, a broke affiliate marketer, to a six-figure funded trader. That title just sounds cool. That's why I always like using it. Six-figure funded. But I also manage my personal capital too. And I did all this by doing some things that most of you don't want to do. Let's get into it. So let me tell you guys something that happened a while ago. Now I think this happened back in 2023 or so, and at this time I was already making money from the market. I was passing some profit accounts, and I was actually making some withdrawals from my live accounts. But the thing was that I felt like there was something missing. I was making money, but I didn't fully feel like a professional. At the time, I remember I met a guy in gym. This guy was funded with about $160,000 back then with my forex funds. It's a prop firm. They've crashed now, or I think the government closed them down. I forgot. But this particular guy was a very low-key guy. I wasn't expecting that side of account from him. I asked him a few questions so that I'll just get into his brain and see if there were things that we were doing differently. One thing I noticed from him was that he was putting a major part of his trading success on journaling. He said journaling helped him figure out what wasn't working out, and journaling also helped him track his mistakes. And when he could see his mistakes staring right at him in his face, it made it harder for him to repeat those mistakes. He attributed the majority of his trading success to journaling. Now, at the time, I had a journal, but if I'm being honest, it wasn't that deep for me. My journal was just used to know how many trades I've taken, and if the trade that I took was a winning trade or a losing trade. So I asked him to show me his journal, and when he showed me, I noticed that it was way different from mine. It was more detailed and professional than mine. It covered the technical, risk management, and psychology parts of trading. That journal alone was a major factor on why he was making more money than me. It was really an eye-opener. Look guys, journaling can break you out of the shackles of blowing accounts. Honestly, most people underrate journaling, but journaling was one of the major things that helped me. I've said this story countless times, and I'll say it again. There was a month that I had wins. That month I was very happy, and I went to check my journal. When I went to check my journal, what I noticed was that all the losing trades that I took that month had one component, all. So what I did was I removed that component to see the results, and the next month I made double of what I made that month. Look, journaling is very, very important. Okay, writing all the details of your trade is very important. Yes, it's boring, but it's extremely important. I can tell you now that I attribute majority of my trading success to my journal too. Now the thing is that most traders avoid the boring work. Nobody wants to journal after they've taken a loss. That's the truth. But the boring work is where the money is at. Journaling is something that would pay you now, but in the long term, when you go through that journal, you will see ways to improve your trading, ways that you've never seen before. Look, there are a lot of things that are very important, like your trading strategy, your trading system is very important, your risk management is very important, your trading plan is very important, you backtesting over 100 trades is very important. But all these things, if you do all these things without journaling, you won't be able to make money consistently from the market. Even if you make money here and there, you won't be able to have that consistency, knowing that you can spend 3 years, 4 years in this market making money consistently. You won't be able to have that. So if you've not been journaling professionally, take notes. You can journal like how I was journaling before. I remember how I was journaling before. Back then, I would just write the trades that I took, write the time that I took the trade, say if it was a win or loss, and that's all. No, that's not professional journaling. If you don't journal professionally, you'll be able to see that consistency in the market. One of the things that will help you is just getting a mentor that knows his onions. This will really shorten the learning curve for you, because this guy will introduce you to how he journals. You will see how he journals firsthand. You will learn directly from him, and you'll be able to have your own journal that same week. Like personally, my own journal have every detail of how I trade. You understand? If I take a trade right now, I'm spending some time to journal that trade. Every single detail, risk, even my emotions. You get me? My journals help me track my emotions. So psychologically, my journal is covering it. Risk management, my journal is covering it. My strategy itself, so that in case there are some things that are not working well, my journal is covering it. Even days that I took the trade, I know a professional trader. This guy doesn't trade on Wednesday. Why? Because his journal told him that Wednesdays he lose trades, so he decided to remove Wednesday from his journal, and he has been making more money so far. Okay, this guy's a professional. Journaling would help you spot mistakes. Journaling would help you track your progress, which is very important for the growth of a trader. If you want to work with me one-on-one and learn exactly how I trade, learn how to trade directly from me, and also get my mentorship, trade with me, and get that accountability from me, which is me always checking your work and seeing if you're making progress. If you want that, then use the first link in the description to send me a DM through Telegram. Guys, look, I want you guys to win. See you at the top.